I grew up in San Saba, Texas, which has about 3,000 people in it. And I had an ideal life. And I learned a lot of values, which have stayed with me to this day. I remember that my mother said, you know, Chris, I've always had everything I ever wanted, but I knew what to want. All those things have built me into what I am today.
Chris's journey to becoming a hometown hero started right after college.
It started when I graduated from college and was looking for a place to go and teach school. And one day I walked beside this building up on the hill at Southwest Texas, or right now Texas State, and they were interviewing for jobs in Corpus Christi, Texas. And I thought, well, that sounds like a good place to go. I came on to Corpus Christi and I taught here for several years. I think education is the key to everything. Well, education's important all the way around. In fact, it's as important as anything you can do with your life is to get yourself educated. I was the director of the school at the Jewish Community Center for a while, and then I got into leadership Corpus Christi. So I got very involved into things that were going on in Corpus Christi, and so having some experience having taught here, I decided I was going to run for school board. Also, along the way, I've run into great people that have helped me all along the way, starting with my family, especially Robert. If it hadn't been for Robert, I wouldn't be doing any of these things.
Oh, she is certainly a hero. I met Chris in 1986 when Mike O'Connor said to me, I want you to meet a couple, honey, who have a marriage that is a marriage like I hope ours will be. And he said, that's Chris and Robert Adler. So when we think about Chris, we think of her first as a wife, a devoted wife to Robert, a wonderful mother. What a role model Chris has been, truly, for her whole family. She's also been an incredible friend to so many, and she's the kind of friend that I have noticed over the years who is truly always the same to everyone, and that is pretty high praise.
It's a huge thing to run for office, and of all the things that I've done, that's probably the most difficult position that I ever had, was being on the school board, because everybody cares about the school districts, and as well they should. We're lucky that they do. Besides the 5 schools that we built, we did over $100 million in improvements to the schools.
During her time on the CCISD school board, Chris played a part in helping the district gain back its desegregation title.
After 30 years of lots of hard work and lots of legal procedures and lots of money, we finally got the government ended our suit and we were desegregated. It was a great thing, a great day in Corpus Christi.
As a result of the desegregation title, CCISD started a mentoring program for students of color.
We had several hundred people that came forward and said, I want to be a mentor. So I was assigned this little girl who was going to Minger. Her name was Sandy, and so I was Sandy's mentor. So most of them kept them for a year. I kept mine from the 5th grade through today. Well, I love that little girl. We're still friends.
Next on Chris's to-do list, run for Del Mar College Board of Regents.
About 6 teachers came and talked to me from Del Mar and asked me if I would come and run for the board. And I said I would think about it. And so I thought about it like 5 seconds, and I said, okay, I think I would like that very much. I said, I don't know a whole lot about community colleges, but I will learn. And so I did. We're so lucky to have Del Mar College here. I mean, I love Del Mar College, and I support it 100%. But in the meantime, we are looking for a new president. And so we interviewed, and we had 140 applications, and one of them was a hometown boy, and we were smart enough to hire Dr. Mark Escamilla to come here to be the president.
You know, I thought about the courage that it took for her as chair of the Board of Regents of Del Mar College to hire this 30-something-year-old president who'd never been a president before.
I said, let's talk about this contract and so forth. I said, we want you to promise that you'll stay with us at least 4 years.
You know, I'm in my 14th year now, and it's been It's been a great ride, and I promised her 100 years of service at the college. I'm 14% there.
I'd say probably one of the top things that I ever did at Del Mar College was help hire Dr. Mark Escamilla. He's made such a difference in all of our students, in our city. I'm so proud of him, and I'm so proud of Del Mar.
One of the many exciting things Chris did as a DMC regent was participate in the Over the Edge event.
When they started talking about that people were going to rappel off this building over here, and it was 24 stories high, I'm thinking, why would any idiot want to do that? And then as we got closer and closer, and all my friends were doing it, the people on the board and a couple of them, and okay, I will.
You know, everybody say, Mark, you're so brave for doing that. I'm like, me? I'm like, not me. I said, Chris Adler's up there. I mean, she's going there like, oh, really? And then all the cameras shifted, and they're just like, pushed me aside. They're like, oh, get out of the way. We got to go see Chris.
Can you believe she rappelled down the building?
It was such an experience. I'll never get over it. But I've done that now, and I don't have to do it again. Been there, done that. But it raised money for Del Mar, and I think it was a great thing, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it.
After her time on the DMC board, she was approached to run for city council.
And I said, okay, I'd love to. I'd love to do that. So I did.
There's been nobody in Corpus Christi that's as committed to our community as Chris Adler is. She's committed to making her community a better community.
It was a great pleasure. And I had the great pleasure of working with a wonderful council and with Joe Adami. And Joe was just, Joe is an easygoing, nice man who I really enjoyed working with. One of the best things that I do outside of my educational life is I'm a clown.
The clowns who care are mighty fancy clowns.
We went only to Driscoll, and we've done that going on 28 years, and we took pictures with those children.
She is a clown who cares deeply, and she cares deeply about everyone.
To literally put on the makeup and transform into something that for the benefit of others it just tells the whole story about her just being vulnerable and genuine.
We're fun, but we're very, very serious. There isn't a one of us, especially Chris, who has not held a baby, a child, a grandmother in her arms, providing them with solace and care, which is what clowns who care are all about.
Now we have close to 40 clowns.
And of course, that's a real deep commitment that Chris and a group of ladies here in Corpus Christi have that benefits so many people that need that kind of help over at Driscoll Children's Hospital.
It's a great mission and a great program that we do, and we love it so much. I've been trying to think what's left on my bucket list, and actually there's, I was going to write my own obituary and put, here's what's left on my bucket list, and have a blank sheet, because I feel like I've been so lucky, and it's all because of, I can't emphasize enough, your family, and how important your family is, and because I could never have done those things if I hadn't had Robert taking care of everything, and I was so lucky all my life because my kids supported me, my husband certainly supported me, my friends did, everything like that was just great. I mean, I love to volunteer, I love to do those things. I still work, but I still volunteer. There's so many different organizations that need people, and I like to do it. I have the best friends in the whole world now, and I always have. I've just been lucky to have great friends and family support. So my bucket list is short.